Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Though there are already so many introductory videos available on Rasi Palan, Guru Gochar or Guru-Peyarchi, Shani Gochar Palan, etc., we still wanted to do a very short introductory video considering two main reasons. One, to simplify things, because things are already very complicated. We wanted to make it easy. Two, to share with you the secret sauce that is missed out by others. Let me explain both of them very quickly. That is, for many of you who have much faith in this Jyotisha Shastra might check Rasi Palan daily or at least year on year on Guru Gochara Palan on TV or YouTube channel for your Rasi, right? And you might have noticed that some of which what they say on the TV shows or YouTube channel will come to pass correctly and others it won't. And you'll be wondering as to why it is so. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And to clear this doubt, if you browse internet or YouTube channel, for the most part what they explain there will be too technical that many of you might not understand these astro jargons easily. So our effort is to simplify things, and that too all the concepts like what is Rasi, Gochara Palan, etc. all these are covered within just 10 minutes. So this is the first reason, and the second one is regarding Gochara Palan prediction. There is something a very special aspect without considering which Gochara Palan prediction will not be complete. And this part is seen to be missing in almost all the predictions that one can find online. So what we wanted to share with you is to present things in simple terms without technicality, and also to explain what is missed out regarding Gochara Palan prediction. So stick around for just 10 minutes and you will see it will be very helpful for you in understanding your future predictions. So now, in predictive astrology, we hear these terms like Rasi Palan, Guru Gochara Palan, Shani Gochar Palan, Rahu Ketu Gochar Palan, right? And we think everything is very different and very complicated method in prediction. But actually, conceptually, all are one and the same. And the core idea is very simple too. Shortly we will explain them what it is. But now, basically, to predict how a person's future will be, one has to consider three important things. That is 1. Dasa bhukti, 2. Rasi Palan or Gochara Palan, and the third one is veda. Again, there is nothing to worry. We are not talking anything technical. Just consider them to be names for now. We will explain them in the most simplest way as possible. So, to properly understand this astro prediction system, you should consider these three things. For that, first we will start with Rasi. Because if you understand what is a Rasi, it will be very easy for you to understand what is Gochar and the rest. So what is Rasi? We all know that all the planets without exception are continuously in movement, non-stop movement. That too in a circular path. If you have noticed in the sky, especially in the sun's path, roughly in and around that path, you can see all the planets. You can see sun, moon, Venus, we call it morning star, evening star and all that, right? So all the planets will seem to go around in a circular path around the earth. Just like in a musical chair game, when the audio is stopped, you can see people in their respective chair. Similarly, consider any date, time and place and think as if you are looking at the sky at that moment and freeze the planet's movement in their respective place. Just like to locate any place in the world, we use latitude and longitude, right? Similarly, to spot planets in the sky easily, where you can find all of them little here and there around the sun's usual path. So we divide this sun's circular path into 12 equal parts. We all know that a complete circle is 360 degrees, and when it is equally divided into 12 parts, we get 30 degrees each. There is nothing technical here, just consider an imaginary circular path is divided into 12 equal parts, that's it. So that we can spot a planet in a particular place and refer the name of that place and give that 12 division a specific name like Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, etc. And this is called zodiac or Rasi. Very simple, right? So now, just take a snapshot of the sky and make note of the planet's position and mark it down in a square instead of a circle. This you all might be very familiar with 12 boxed chart, and that is what is called Rasi chart. I guess all of you are very familiar with Rasi chart, right? Say your birth chart. So what is this Rasi chart is all about? Just markings of all the planets that were in a particular position at a specific date, time and place of your birth. So this is what is called Rasi chart. So in this Rasi chart, all the planets will be there, right? All the 9 planets. In that, the place of the zodiac or the Rasi in which Chandra Graha or the planet moon is found, that is what is called your Rasi. So this is your Rasi in this whole birth, and this will not change for whatever reason. And that is what you will be using in all the auspicious functions like marriage or Gochara Pal prediction, Rasi Pal prediction, or in any other pujas related to one's own welfare purposes. And now we know what is Rasi, what is our Rasi. We will get to know about Gochara. So what happened? We just freeze the sky at the time of our birth just to note the planet's position at that time. Just like taking a snap from our camera. But this doesn't stop all the planets from movement, right? They just keep rotating without any break. But as we have marked the moon's placement at the time of our birth, that also doesn't change from our perspective because that is our own Rasi. So from that place, from our Rasi, when we see other planets' placement when time moves on, that is planet's current placement from our birth Rasi, this will yield different results at different times. Consider early morning sunlight and heat. How beautiful and mild, warm it will be. But during noon, it will be very bright and hot, right? Just like a different time and placement of sun, we experience different effect and result. Similarly, different placement of all the planets at different time when seen from our birth Rasi would give different results. This is what is called Gochara Phalan. But is it that all the Rasis will have the same effect? No, it is not like that. Each Rasi will have separate results. That is, when watching from different place or Rasi, the planets will look like as if it is in different place. Though at any given time, all the planets will be in the same position only, but viewing from different Rasi, it will look as if it is in different place. So it will give different results for different Rasis. So in that sense, our ancient Jyotisha Shastra have formulated different results for different Rasis when the planets move in time. These are just straightforward rules. Like if these planets are in these positions, these are all the results for these Rasis. Either auspicious result or inauspicious result. It's like a standard formula. This is what is called Gochara Pal Shastra. But now, some may get this doubt. That is, when we see prediction for each of us, there should be only 12 kind of results possible for all of us, right? Because since the path of all the planets, sun, moon, etc. are just the same, which is of 12 equal segments, and by all means, the planet moon, Chandra Graha, should be found only in any one of the 12 Rasis, right? Then, to the whole of the humanity, that is to everybody around the globe, they should have been born only in one of the 12 Rasis, right? Then, there can be only 12 different possibility of results alone we can predict for all of us, right? But if you see practically, it doesn't work that way, right? Suppose if we predict a specific result for a specific Rasi, then people around the whole world having the same Rasi should experience the same result, right? Instead, in reality, we could see so many varieties of results people get even if they are born in the same Rasi. Why is this so? That's because there is something called Dasa bhukti. For those who are little familiar with the basics of Jyotisha Shastra would already know that only because of not considering the Dasa bhukti prediction, most of our Gochara Pal prediction is not coming out properly. Because even though many of us are born in the same Rasi, our birth nakshatra and lagna might differ. And it is based on these two factors that this predictive subsystem called Dasa bhukti is actually set up, which brings out the unique result for each of us. But let us not go deep into Dasa bhukti, but one thing should be kept in mind while doing prediction. We must consider both Dasa bhukti and Gochara Pal together to make a proper prediction. It is certainly not enough to go just with Gochara Pal alone, considering one's birth Rasi. To bring out proper individual results, it is the lagna and the nakshatra that plays a very important role. And based on the nakshatra alone, the whole Dasa bhukti prediction is actually set up. So only if the Dasa bhukti period is favorable, then whatever we predict based on Gochara will turn out to be correct. But if the Dasa bhukti period is not favorable, and though Gochara Pal gives you good result, the Dasa bhukti result will obstruct the Gochara Pal and will not allow to give good results to happen. This is the basic idea. But now, since our main topic is regarding Gochar, let us keep Dasa bhukti aside and concentrate only on Gochar. We started this video saying to do a proper prediction, we have to consider three things. Two of them we have already covered, Dasa bhukti and Gochar. The third one is veda. That is, let us assume that the current Dasa bhukti period is very much favorable. Still, many times the Gochar prediction will not come right. To understand this, let us take a very simple statement from the Jyotisha Shastra that's related to Gochar, which all of us can understand. Sarve api upantas sthitaha, which means when planets in transit, That is, when a graha, when they happen to be in the 11th place from your birth Rasi, they will inevitably give good result. Example, consider Mesha as your birth Rasi. Then that will be the first house. Count from your birth Rasi clockwise. And the 11th house will be Kumbha. Just check the chart. We have numbered all the Rasis. It will be easy for you. So if any graha happens to come to Kumbha Rasi, it will inevitably yield good result. This is very simple. This rule is applicable to any graha. This is a standard rule in Gochar. Based on this, if you check any earlier prediction, if you see any older YouTube videos for Guru Gochara Palan, if Guru happens to be in the 11th house from any Rasi, then they would have definitely predicted good for that Rasi. Similarly for Shani also, if Shani occupies the 11th house in transit, the prediction will be good result. For Rahu Ketu transit, it will be good result. And with regard to this, there would not be any difference of opinion among the astrologers. Also, apart from this rule, for every graha, there will be separate places just like the 11th house that indicate good results and the other places indicating bad results. Maybe when time permits, we can cover all this section in a separate video. But the point what we are trying to convey is, even if a planet is said to give good results if it comes to a favorable place like the 11th house, there is an exception to this rule. This exception concept is what not seen anywhere. It seems to be missing in almost all the predictions that we come across online or TV shows. This exception concept is what is called veda. That is, even if a planet happens to come in a favorable place just like the 11th house, even if it is very well disposed to give good results, there will be a corresponding place relating to this 11th place, where that place should not be occupied by any other planet. Only then it would yield that good result. For example, when we predict Guru Gochara Palan, when Guru moves to the second place, they say that this Rasi has Guru Balam. All auspicious events can be carried out like marriage, buying new house, etc. Because the concerned Rasi has got Guru strength, Guru Bala. It simply means places like 2, 5, 7, 9 and 11. If Guru happens to occupy these places in transit counted from our birth Rasi, it is said in the Shastras that Guru will yield good results. For example, for Mesha Rasi, Guru moving to Rishabha, which is the second house, gives good result. But if we apply this exception rule, the Veda concept here, Guru Graha will yield good results when he moves to second house, provided there is no planet occupying the 12th house. When he is in second house, the 12th house should be free. This is the rule. For Mesha Rasi people, if Guru occupies Rishabha, which is the second house, Meena should be free. The 12th house should be free from any planet. Similarly, in the forthcoming Jupiter transit in 2022, Jupiter, that is Guru, will move into Meena Rasi. For Kumbha Rasi people, Meena is the second house and 12th house will be Makara. So what will be the general prediction? For all those who are born in Kumbha Rasi, since Guru Graha is in the second house, Guru has attained strength, that is Guru Bala has come. So all auspicious events can be initiated, right? But if we apply this Veda exception rule, when Guru Graha occupies the second house, the 12th house, Rasi, should be free, empty. But Shani Graha, for the most part of the transit in that 1 year, will be there without any movement. Since he is a very slow mover for majority of the transit period of Guru in Meena, though Guru Graha is very well disposed for Kumbha Rasi people, his ability to give good result to Kumbha Rasi is obstructed by this Veda rule when Shani Graha occupies the 12th house, which is Makara. So similarly, for all the planets, Grahas, when they are in transit, they will occupy good position. Just like Guru coming into 2, 5, 7, 9 and 11. All these planets, each Grahas will have a separate good position, and for each such position, there will be a corresponding Veda position too. That position should be free from occupation from any planet. Only then that Graha will give good results without any obstruction. So, when you know this simple secret clearly, then when you are in a favorable Dasa bhukti period, and also when a Graha is in transit comes to a favorable position in Gochara, just like Jupiter in second house, then if you take effort exactly when there are no Graha occupied in the corresponding Veda place, then you can see for yourself that your effort is giving you good result. So when time is not favorable, you should not fight with a tough situation. We should not waste our effort unnecessarily. It's like one tries to sell salt when it is heavily raining. All our hard work will go in vain. So we believe we have explained things in very simple terms, in an easily understandable manner and in short as well. Finally, we will conclude with a very quick sum up. That is, Gochara Palan is a perfect Shastra. There is no doubt about it. But to arrive at proper prediction, we should always consider both Dasa Bhukti's prediction combined with Gochara prediction. And even while in a favorable Dasa bhukti period, Gochara Phal prediction has the secretive veda or exception rule where grahas in transit coming into auspicious place can give its full result only when their corresponding veda places should be free from any planet. If this is the case, then the prediction would certainly work properly. Hope for many of you by now you would have got a very clear idea about what is Gochara and why many a times Gochara Phal prediction is not coming out correctly. In fact, sometimes it is contradictory too. And this overview, we believe, would have cleared all that doubt. And further, if you have any queries or would like to learn things related to this, you can take help from the links given in the description. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva.